Today, from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New York Giants.
But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Pittsburgh. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, where was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that fast.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of a season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
First carry for Najee Harris. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Here's Fields. Finds Pickens out right. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. 2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Harris running straight ahead. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Fields now to throw. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he will have a Steelers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Fields going to hold on to it. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. The Steelers at 6-9 to start play. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd and 7. Fields got an open man. It's Pickens. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants 16. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now on 2nd and 13. Fields. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That swung out wide to Harris. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. They run for it with Harris. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
And this one is right through. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 15 carries, 62 yards.
You know he's proud of his stick.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Throwing again on second down. Fields. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Fields. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Azeez Ojulari, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. He gets it complete to Jackson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields sliding out of the pocket. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. DeAndre Hopkins, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have retaken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 10-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The New York set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. And Oliver drops him for a loss of 10. And it's going to be 4th and long. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. He'll take it at the 42. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. Now the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. The offense set to get going. Justin Fields bringing him out at quarterback. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. That doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice consistent gain.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Here's Fields. This is caught. Touchdown. Najee Harris from 6 yards away. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was finished off by a Najee Harris touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And New York set to take the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Barkley inside handoff. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Got a man, Slayton. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Ertz has it left side. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fields it right around the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Fields going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the 1st down marker. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Steelers send out their punter now. Waiting on it will be Richie James. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat, and it's the Raiders who have the lead in that one. The Raiders seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Christian Watson, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie, see what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. The Browns locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered.
just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Fields. Forced out to his left. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Fields' throw pulled in by Hopkins. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
One play action, Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. You think about it, that's a pretty important second-half field goal, Charles. That now stretches this to 2 possessions and really kind of ratchets up the pressure on that opposing sideline.
It certainly does, because that interception and adding a field goal to it, that puts them in firm control of this game right now. They're about one more big stop from putting this thing absolutely out of reach.
Now out come the Giants. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They begin with a run by Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got a man, that's Richie James. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line. Back to throw again. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. That is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Giants.
Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Complete to number 83. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3. That's a 14-yard line.
2nd and 3. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Pass incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Right side caught by Jackson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a dump off here complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They run again with Harris. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Fields. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. After the sack on 1st down, Fields hitting Juju on the slant. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Looking to throw. Fields. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. It's a foot race. The 40. 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Yeah, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. That was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
That'll be a gain of 16. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now out come the Steelers. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. On first down, it's Fields. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And the offense moving quickly to the line. To try again after the sack. Fields. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's another carry for Harris. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And here we go on 4th down. Fields. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Steelers' first down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. 2nd and 4. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there.